it's become more of a thing where hair has become a hustle for us, a way to make money more so than a profession. And we're not treating it like it's a service at the end of the day, and we're just treating it more of like a hobby, something to do to make money, and that has to stop. Welcome back to my channel on behalf of Britt. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Brittany, and today we are having Girl Talk. We do this once a month here on my channel. I have a series called Life as a Braider, where basically once a month I sit down and I discuss a topic where basically most times I just give information that I feel other braiders can use. I feel like my channel is somewhere that other braiders have started to come to learn, and I just share information that I feel like could help their business or their success. And I also sometimes, realizing that everybody that watches my channel isn't a braider, try to share information that clients or women that get their hair done frequently may want to know about braids or protective styles in general. So if you've been here for any of the other Girl Talks, y'all know I've said it in other videos that I mainly try to plan out what I'm going to discuss each month. So I did have a topic for October, but I decided to sit out on that one and go ahead and address this particular topic that I'm gonna talk about today, because I'm starting to see it a lot on social media, and it's very disturbing to me. Like, it's really irking me, like getting under my skin, and not because I feel like I'm under attack, but more so because it's heartbreaking or disappointing to see how different women in our community view us as stylists or professionals, and how we've just, I guess, started to drop the ball. And I want to try to address it, discuss these topics, let you know that we are aware, or at least I'm aware that this is an issue, and kind of like discuss how to move forward or how to resolve it. So instead of getting on here and teaching you guys a lesson or giving advice, I kind of want to open the floor for this discussion, meaning that I'm going to need you guys to interact. I'm going to address certain things, speak about it, state my opinion on it strongly. I want to say it strongly, my opinion on it, and then get you guys' feedback, and maybe somewhere in the comments we can have a discussion, and and just try to see how we can improve this issue. So I don't want to say it's controversial, because it's not really much of a debate. It's not that people are arguing about it. It's more so that it just is what it is, and it's really like disgusting, honestly. And it's the whole issue of, I'm just gonna say what the topic is instead of just going around and around in circles. But basically, there's this whole stereotype that black women, black hairstylists, black owned businesses, black MUAs, black nail techs are unprofessional. We have all of these guidelines and policies, all of these things we require of you, and we're giving y'all the bare minimum. We have all of these fees that we charge, deposits, high, expensive prices for our work, but we're not giving you what you feel you deserve. And I agree, to a certain extent. So I'm going to speak for the clients, because yes, I'm a stylist and I braid, but outside of hair, I know nothing else about the beauty industry. I don't do nails. I have to go get my nails done. I know nothing about makeup. I have to go get my makeup done every time I want my makeup done. So I have been on the client side to see how unprofessional black women have become when it comes to the beauty field. But I also, as a stylist, want to speak up for us, and if there is something, a policy that we have in place that y'all have spoken out about, that I feel like it's justified, if there is a different service or a different fee, or any different issue that I'm going to discuss today that I feel like is justified on the stylist standpoint, I'm going to stand by it. So basically, I'm going to explain to y'all why we have these policies in motion, because all of it is cause and effect, honestly. Any policy, any guidelines that we have in motion is to keep y'all in line, because let's just say it, and I understand that this topic is not something that everybody is going to agree with me on. I'm not here to make friends. At the end of the day, I really don't care for you to agree with me or be buddy buddy with me about it. I just feel like it's something that needs to be discussed. But the same way y'all do things that we the same way we do things that y'all have issues with, y'all cut up too. Y'all do a lot of carrying on too. And so a lot of the guidelines that we create are to run our business smoothly or run our business a certain way. So I'll get to those topics, but I do want to let it be known that I am going to speak up for you guys and raise the awareness that this is an issue. It's something that we need to work on as a black owned business community, but also try to further explain to y'all or help y'all gain some understanding as to why we move the way we move when it comes to certain things. So that's just what I'm going to do. The beauty industry has become very saturated. I'm not going to say overly saturated because I feel like skills, you're blessed with certain skills to use them. I'm not going to say that it's too many people doing these different things. I'm just going to say that it's very saturated, and a lot of us take it for granted that we have these different skill sets, and it's become more of a thing where hair has become a hustle for us, a way to make money more so than a profession, and we're not treating it like it's a service at the end of the day, and we're just treating it more of like a hobby, something to do to make money, and that has to stop, y'all. So let's just talk about it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to discuss, I'm going to kind of just discuss it in the way that it would happen on a timeline of how these different things take place. So the first thing you kind of come across when you are looking for a stylist or setting an appointment is the booking. You come across the policies first, the deposits, the prices, all of that nature. It's one of the main things that I see people complain about are the prices. And because I'm a braider, I can only speak for the braiders. Y'all got to keep in mind the title of the series. So I can't speak for nail techs and makeup artists. So the only thing I can say is that a lot of people are going on and on about having to pay $400 and $500 for knotless braids, having to pay $200 and $300 for sew-ins or whatever the case may be, wig installs, all of that jazz. But they're not getting their hair washed, or they're getting charged extra fees if their hair is too thick or their hair is too long, or all of these late fees for showing up just 5 minutes late. There's a lot that's being said about when it's time to book, the different steps you have to take to book, all of the different policies of who you can bring, what you can't have, and like I said, the hair types. Sometimes I've seen on booking links or people say that you have to attach your Instagram in order to move forward and actually set an appointment. You have to attach your Instagram. I guess that's for the stylist to get their virtual consultation to see the type of hair type you have before charging you a certain fee. I don't know. I've never seen that before, but I've heard about it. I can't speak for the people who charge outrageous prices because I don't feel like my prices are outrageous. I don't even think I charge my worth sometimes, so I can't speak on the high prices. But I will say, since we're having a discussion, let me know down in the comments what's the most you've paid for braids, or what's the most you're willing to pay for braids. Like for some super small, super long plaids that you want to last maybe about 3 months, what's the most you'll pay? What's the longest you'll wait? What's the deposit you think you should pay? Like, as a client, I want to hear y'all's opinions. I'm at the point where at the end of the year, I do a lot of reevaluating and like reflecting on my business going into the new year. There's certain policies that I'm going to change or add, as well as prices I'm changing up. So I want y'all to let me know about that. What's the most you're willing to pay for braids? But outside of that, I can't really talk pricing because I don't feel like my prices are crazy. What was I gonna say? As far as charging crazy amounts and not washing hair, or charging crazy amounts and adding additional fees for longer or thicker hair. For one, I don't wash hair because I'm not licensed. That's just what it is. I'm not going to sit here and fake the funk with y'all. I've told y'all several times, and a lot of stylists don't feel like they have to air that out, but I don't see why it would be a secret. You get what I'm saying? I haven't been to school. I have no professional training, never sat in a hair class. Everything I've done is self-taught. So with that being said, I'm not putting no chemicals in nobody's hair. I'm not washing your hair. Come to your appointment with your hair clean. Yes, I'll blow it out. I'll comb it out. There's some hairstylists that make you come with your hair already prepared to go. Before they put the first braid in, your hair has to be ready to go. I'm not there with it. I personally feel like that's ridiculous. If you're a stylist, you should be able to comb and detangle hair. But personally, I don't wash hair because I'm unlicensed, and I feel like that may be the reason a lot of your stylists that you go to don't offer that service. They may not be licensed. They may not have a chemical license. Sometimes to braid, for a braider license, it doesn't require you to learn how to wash, color, perm, none of that. So we strictly just have different things that we offer because that's what we are educated on. So that's the only thing I can say regarding you not getting your hair washed. Now, if you're in a salon, 9 times out of 10, if you're working in a salon, you have to be licensed. If you're going to a salon and they're telling you to sit down and get your hair done, they're not washing your hair. I can't speak for them, but for the home stylists, the kitchen braiders, all of that, we 9 times out of 10 don't wash your hair because we don't have the credentials to do so. And I'm just being real. Now, as far as the extra fees, I also do not charge extra fees if your hair is longer or thicker. But there are people that do that, and the main reason why, y'all, is very obvious. I don't know why some people act so confused. Again, I'm not a stylist who chooses to have this policy, but it's understandable from stylist to stylist. I get why my girls are charged that because it's more time consuming. You get what I'm saying? I do sew-ins. I'm more of a braider, but I do offer sew-ins as a service. And my clients that have thinner, shorter hair, I can break their hair down in 15 to 20 minutes or less. You get what I'm saying? I just throw the straight backs in or throw the beehive in, however I'm going to do the braid pattern for that day or that particular style within 15 to 20 minutes if you have really thin hair. But for my clients with super thick hair, super coarse hair, super long hair, in order to do a sew-in or to install hair, you can't just throw braids in a person's hair. It has to be flat. You want the sew-in to lay flat, to be flowy, to look a certain way. And with thicker, coarser, longer hair, you have to do the braids a lot smaller, a lot finer, to get that flat foundation. So what it'll take to do a shorter, thinner braider to braid shorter, thinner hair, it takes a whole lot more work to get that same sleek, flat platform on longer, thicker hair. So a lot of people charge more as braiders. People who do wigs, who do sew-ins, they'll charge more for your braid down if your hair is longer or thicker, because it can take up an hour to 2 hours depending on how flat they have to get your hair in order to do it. So some people trip about that. It is extreme to charge 50, 60, $70 more for somebody with longer hair, but I get why they do it. It at the end of the day, it takes up more time. And if you have time slots available where it's like you book out 3 hours for every appointment or 4 hours for every appointment, and then you have someone that gets in your chair and it takes you an hour more, or you're expected to be there 3 hours doing their hair and it takes you 5, and you're now running over into the next appointment because they had so much hair. Sometimes you want to earn money for your time, or we want to, I'm gonna say we want to earn more money for the time we spent on that person, where we're charging a little bit more. I'm one of those people where I just feel like my prices should be set. So I'm not that stylist that's gonna say DM me for pricing, call me for pricing, text me for pricing. All of my set prices are what they are. They don't change. Whenever you book, before I even know who you are, you're gonna know my prices. And so a lot of times I don't charge those extra fees because they know the price before they get there. And who am I to say, or what would I look like saying, oh girl, I didn't know you had this much hair when you book. I got my set price, but you're gonna have to throw me an extra $30 because it's too much. Like, I feel like everybody should pay the same thing. I don't know. Again, let's discuss it. If you do have longer, thicker hair, do you feel like you should be paying more? Let me know down in the comments what's the most somebody has charged you compared to people with thinner hair. How much longer you've sat in comparison to people with thinner hair. Let's discuss that topic. That's just something that people have been going on and on about. Again, I'm not here to teach no lesson. I'm not going to go on and on as far as giving advice. I want y'all to tell me how y'all feel and we can talk about it. Okay, the next thing that I want to address is the unprofessionalism. So we talked about booking and pricing and policies. Now I want to talk about just unprofessionalism across the board. And a lot of things that I've been seeing are people making videos about millennials. So people that have gone to appointments and their stylist was 21, or gone to appointments and their stylist was 18. And a lot of the girls coming up now, a lot of the stylists coming up now don't have no home training. I'm gonna just keep it real. They starting out really, really young. They, like I said in the intro, we just hopping out here thinking we have a hustle, we have a skill, a way to make money, and we're not taking it serious as a profession and realizing that this is something that we're offering a service, and so the customer service just isn't there. A lot of the things that I've seen people complain about, I'm gonna just run through the list, and again, y'all can tell me how y'all feel about it. Stylists taking phone calls through appointments. Girl, he did this, this, and this, and girl, you heard about that, and girl, this, and that. All throughout the appointment, somebody's over your head just running their mouth on the phone, not talking to you, have no type of customer service or conversation for you, but just on their phone or in their AirPods, just running their mouth throughout the appointment, or they're stopping to text. They'll do a couple braids, then they'll stop and take a text, or even do a couple braids and stop and scroll through social media. A lot of people are saying the millennials now just cannot put their phones down. They're also talking about millennials who stop to take smoke breaks. One girl was saying that she went and got her hair done, and the girl was like she needed to smoke a cigarette or she needed to vape real quick. She was standing over her head and hit her vape right over her head. Some of the millennials now are eating throughout appointments, stopping to eat chicken wings and doing different things, and it's just like we playing around with it now. It's not even that we taking it serious anymore. So I want to address the millennials, talk to some of the younger women that are coming along trying to braid and do hair now, and as well give y'all a chance to speak on this. Have y'all had any horror stories with clients texting over your head the entire time, clients on social media the entire time, clients going live without your consent, recording videos without your consent, talking on the phone, eating, smoking, all of that? Have y'all experienced that? Let me know down in the comments. And as far as everything that I just said, I don't feel like that's me as a stylist. So the one thing I will say is I have taken calls, and I do. My mom is one of those people who will call me every day, sometimes a couple times a day. When my mama call, I'm going to answer the phone. You only get one mama. My family, I'll take different calls. I'm not going to stay on the phone for no more than maybe 10 minutes, but I will take a phone call. I have answered FaceTimes. I have text during appointments. I run a business. A lot of people are blowing me up about appointments. 9 times out of 10, if I'm answering my phone, it's family or it's somebody else that's trying to get in. Maybe their appointment is coming up next and they're trying to figure out directions, or their appointment is tomorrow and they're in the store trying to find hair. And I tell any of my new clients that are booking with me for the first time, if you're shopping for hair and you don't know what to get, make sure you call me and make sure you're getting the right thing before you come, because I don't provide the hair, but I want to make sure you have what you need. So I take calls like that. Again, I'm not on the phone no more than 10 minutes, but there are people who stay on the phone the whole time. Is that something that bothers y'all? Is that something that y'all wish we wouldn't do? Let's talk about it. I honestly do feel like it's unprofessional. I sometimes have to tell my family or tell my friends, or sometimes ask my clients, hey, this is going on. She needs to talk to me right now. Do you mind if I talk? Sometimes people don't even care. They be on the phone. But as far as going live and recording videos, especially as a YouTuber, either you have to ask for consent with things like that. A lot of the millennials are just put their phone in your face and go live with your nappy head in the camera, and you're supposed to be, when you come get your hair done, it's supposed to be like your safe haven, like your time to unwind, to feel relaxed. You don't want to feel uncomfortable or out of place with somebody shoving a camera in your face. So I want to definitely address that and discuss that. Again, I'm talking to the camera, so I can't have a discussion with myself. I do want to know how y'all feel about that. Vaping, that's completely disgusting. When I seen that video about the girl was saying the girl was vaping and smoking over her head, I have nothing wrong with, there's nothing I personally, why am I getting tongue-tied? I personally don't have an issue with vaping. That's not what I'm saying. I love my hookah. I do it a lot in my spare time. But doing it over someone's head, come on now. You know what I'm saying? Again, you're offering a service. Get the job done, then you can get on with your day and do whatever you need to do. But that's a lot of the times, that's why people are there for long periods of time. That's why you get the shops and it's 2-3 people, one person in the dryer, one person in the chair, one person getting their hair washed, because we doing too much on the clock. Let's just get them in and out. Another thing I wanted to talk about was the eating. I know as braiders, we're doing hair for long periods of time. A lot of the services that I offer are 2 hours minimum that I'm on a person's head. I can get up to 4 hours, 5 hours, and sometimes 6 hours. When you're on a person's head for that long, sometimes within the third or fourth hour, you will get hungry. You will get a little munchy. That's when you ask your client, can I stop to have a bag of chips? Can I stop to do this? I'm not going to eat no chicken wings. I'm not going to sit there and have a burger or anything runny or messy or smelly over someone's head. But if I get munchy, I'm going to ask and I'm going to offer you too. We're here for 6 hours. We're here for sometimes a whole work shift. Like, for my super long hairstyles, it can take me up to 7 hours. That's almost an 8 hour work shift. You know what I'm saying? Y'all take a lunch break. We need time. I'm saying, when I say y'all, I'm talking about 9 to 5 workers. Take lunch breaks throughout work shifts. We get hungry too. But one of the things that has helped me is, if I know I have a client at 10 a.m., I'm going to try to get a full meal at 9:15, 9:30, almost right before they're going to walk through the door. I try to make sure I put something on my stomach, so as soon as they sit in the chair at 10, I'm not grabbing a granola bar or grabbing yogurt, or even an hour into the appointment at 11 o'clock, I'm not stopping to eat with only a section of their hair done. I try to at least get a full meal before I start, and then if I need to stop to eat, it's hours into the appointment where my client may be a little munchy too, or maybe ready to stretch her legs or take a break too. So from stylist to stylist, speaking to the millennials that feel like it's okay to sit down and eat hot wings in the middle of somebody's appointment, try to eat before your clients come. Try to allot time in between appointments. Let's just say I'm taking that client at 10 and I know braiding all the time that it'll take me for that particular style 4 hours to do that style. I'm not going to say my client is coming at 10, I'm going to book the next one at 2. 10 to 2, that's 4 hours, and I'm going to have that next person come in right at 2. No. If I have a client booked at 10, 9 times out of 10, my next client, my next opening is not going to be until 3 or 3:30, because anything can happen. We have restroom breaks. Again, I'm not expecting my client to sit there for 4 hours without using the restroom. I'm not going to stand there for 4 hours without using the restroom. We have to take our breaks. My client may want to stretch her legs. I may want to get a quick snack. So one thing that you can do to save you trouble is, one, not stop to eat full meals where you're delaying an appointment, not stop to take full phone calls and texts to delay an appointment, but also make time in between appointments to have a meal, to have a snack in between every appointment. Don't book them back to back. I know we want to get as much time into our day, as many people into our day as we can. I know, especially as braiders, with it being so time consuming, we want to try to jam in what we can jam in and try to, like, I don't know, book them back to back to get things done. But sometimes we run over. Sometimes you have a client that may be 5 to 10 minutes late. Now you're running into the next appointment if you book somebody right at that 4 hour mark. So I just feel like, time stuff out, pace yourself, get a meal beforehand, get a meal in between, take your breaks in between, and when the clients get there, you're able to give them their time and offer them, give them the customer service they deserve. Talk about these late fees. Is it okay for you to show up late? How late do you feel like, how much of a grace period do you feel like you need for an appointment? How long are you willing to wait for a stylist? If you get to a salon and the stylist already has someone that they're still working on in their chair, how long are you willing to wait? What is your horror story with having to wait for a stylist? I've seen many people say that they've gotten to appointments and had to wait up from an hour up to 2 or 3 hours sitting around in a salon all day because the stylist told them to come at 10, but they had 2 other people there at 10 as well. So we're going to talk about that too. The first thing I want to address, I did tell y'all in the beginning, when we set certain policies and have certain guidelines, it's for a reason. It's cause and effect to certain things that we've seen or we've dealt with. And the late fees is a big one that I want to talk about. Every now and then when I do these girl talks, I do try to include a horror story or an example of something I've been through to justify or explain why I am the way I am when it comes to my business. So that's what I'm going to do now when it comes to late fees, cancellations, and dealing with my clients a certain way. I had a client who booked with me, and y'all let me know if I'm wrong. I'm willing to listen, and y'all let me know if she was wrong. But she booked with me, I want to say this was pre-COVID, probably like late 2019, early 2020. It might have been right when the pandemic hit, but we were still like actively taking appointments. At that point, it wasn't a big deal yet. I was doing her hair, and she had been coming to me for a minute. So I'll say she came to me all throughout 2019, maybe had like 4 or 5 appointments. In 2020, the appointment, which was her very last appointment, was maybe like her fifth or sixth appointment. But the thing about this girl, I'm gonna call her Kim. Kim was always late every single time, even if it was just 5 minutes. The first time she was probably just maybe 5 or 10 minutes late. The second time, 5 or 10 minutes late. The third time, 15 minutes late. But every single time she came, she was late. I do have a late fee that I charge. After, I want to say 30 minutes, it's $15, and after 30 minutes, you pay me $15 if you're 30 minutes late. And then after that, at, let's just say your appointment is at 10 and you come at 10:30, it's an extra $15 to your service. If you come at 10:31, even a minute after that, you're canceled. So like I say, braiders, it's a time consuming process. We book people and schedule our day a certain way. We can't have you showing up nearly an hour late. It'll push our entire day back. So that's my policy. But a lot of times, because I know I'm in Atlanta and traffic is crazy, and I'm also in a part of the community where I'm further out from the city than most people. The commute is a lot further for most of my clients. I give them some leeway, and a lot of times I don't even charge the late fee. So for her, the first few times that she booked and she showed up late, I didn't say anything. I didn't charge her anything. The first few times she booked, she was only 15 minutes late. And that's still a big deal. It can still put a dent in your day, but my late fee is 30 minutes. So once she came to her that first time, she showed up 30 minutes late. I told her, I was like, girl, you know, I have a late fee for 30 minutes, but I'm gonna give you some leeway. Next time you're 30 minutes late, it's gonna be $15. Oh girl, I'm sorry, you just stay so far, you're an hour away from me, and is this and that. And my thing is, at that point, she had been to me 3 times or maybe 2, but she had been to me more than once to know I'm an hour away, to know to leave her house sooner, and still decided to show up late because the first 2 times I didn't say anything. And so it became an issue where she continuously was late. So moving fast forward to the appointment in 2020 where I just had to cut her off completely, she was 2 hours late to her appointment. That morning, let's just say her appointment, she didn't book a morning appointment that time. I want to say her appointment was at 3 p.m. And it was on 3 p.m. It was at 3 p.m. on a day where I had to be to work. Y'all know I do hair, but I also work the night shift. So me taking an appointment at 3 p.m. is almost like me doing hair and then going straight into work. So you have to be on time if you come in at 3, because I'm pushing it going into my night shift job. And so she told me that morning, she was like, girl, I want my hair much longer this time. She normally got it like lower back length right above her butt. She was telling me this particular time she wanted them like almost to her thigh, like super, super long braids. And she was like, how much more would it be for me to get them super long today? I was like, well, it's gonna be this price. I quoted her the price. I don't remember what it was, but I said that's kind of pushing it with you coming at 3. You're gonna have to be here at 3. I know your track record. You be coming at 3:15. You be coming at 3:30. If you telling me the day of that you want to go a little bit longer, and I'm telling you I got to be to work, you gotta show up at 3, girl, because that's pushing it. And so she was like, okay, well, let me just get my money up. I wasn't expecting you to quote me that price. Let me try to hit up my best friend. She told me she had to call her friend to try to see if she could hold the extra $20 or $30 or whatever I charged her in addition for the longer length. And she was like, let me try to get up the money and I'll call you back. And I was like, okay, well, are you going to come regardless? Or what's the issue? She was like, yeah, I'm still coming to my appointment, but let me let you know if I'm gonna pay the extra 30 to get the longer length or not. And I was like, okay, that should have been a red flag, y'all. Red flag, red flag, red flag. So then later that day, probably about an hour later, she called me and she was like, girl, I was able to get the money from my friend. My friend told me that she'll give me the extra $30. I want the thigh length braids. I was like, okay, cool. I'm excited. I love doing long braids. So she was like, okay, I'll see you soon. This was probably about noon. And she was like, you know, I'll see you in the next few hours. I said, okay, just make sure you're on time now, okay? So fast forward to maybe like 1 o'clock. I was about 1:30. She called me and she was like, girl, so I don't have my hair yet, i.e. her changing her style the day of. She had to get extra hair. It takes more hair to do longer hair. You have to longer braids. You have to extend the hair as you go, extend the braid as you go, using more hair as you go down the braid. And so she needed more hair. She was like, "Girl, I was trying to go to the hair store just now before I head out your way, and the my car is giving me issues. It's acting like it don't want to crank." And so she was like, "I need to get my mechanic over here, somebody to come over and see what's going on, why it started acting like this." And I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, here Kim go." I almost said her name. "Here Kim go." And so she was like, "Yeah, I'll let you know." So I'm like, "Okay." In the back of my mind, I'm just like, if she ain't here at 3 o'clock, she ain't getting them longer braids. So now let's just fast forward to 3 o'clock, her appointment time. She calls me, and I'm thinking she's saying she close by. She just never came back to review with me about the car starting, her getting the hair. When she called me at 3, I'm thinking either she canceling or she telling me that she outside or something. So I answered the phone. I'm like, "What's up, girl?" She was like, "Hey, girl, I'm about to be on my way soon. I got everything situated with the car. I got the hair, and I'm about to be on my way soon." She was like, "Scratch what I normally get, scratch the longer length. I know it's too late for me to get the longer length. I know it's probably too late with me not leaving, with me not heading that way yet, with me getting the Brock's braids I normally get, but can I get like a quick style? Can you do like a braided ponytail, or like," I think she was saying like jumbo braids. No, she wanted either jumbo braids or like cornrows, like the super long cornrows. And she was like, can I get something bigger or something different and still get my hair done, being that I was supposed to be there at 3 and I haven't left my side yet?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can still do your hair today, but yeah, it's definitely not gonna be the service." And that was me still, I feel like, being too nice, because at 3 o'clock you haven't left your house and you stay an hour away. That means you're not getting to me till 4 o'clock at the soonest, if you leave right then at the earliest. And an hour after your appointment would have been, you should have been canceled. So for me to still even say, "You're a girl, just come on, you've been through a lot today, I'm gonna still do your hair," that was a lot. I think, in my opinion, looking back on it, I should have just told her when 3 o'clock came and I found out she hadn't even left her side, to just say, "I can't do your hair." I should have just told her that it was me trying to be too nice, or either still trying to expect some type of income that day, with me expecting her to come that day. I don't know what it was, but I still told her to head to my side. That was wrong on my end. I feel like that's the only place that I went wrong, by telling her she can still come at her appointment time when I knew she was going to be an hour late. She said she was heading my way. 4:30 rolls around, y'all. I'm just gonna fast forward. She was supposed to be at my house at 4 now with the new appointment time, and it's 4:30. She was like, "Girl, I'm getting off on your exit. I'm about to grab something to eat." With all the running around I had to do, getting the hair last minute, having to get my car worked on, it was a whole lot of getting the money from my friend if I would have wanted the longer length. All the stuff I had to go through. I ain't eat all day, girl. I can't sit in your chair for a couple hours and not have nothing on my stomach. I'm about to grab some Popeyes. I know the Popeyes by my house, they take forever. And so I'm just like, "Oh no. Oh no, she trying me." And again, y'all, I know I was wrong for telling a girl to drive a whole hour. I would still take her, knowing that she was gonna be an hour late. But at this point, you trying me. You done did this, all these appointments, all these errands all day. And then you decide that you're gonna want to sit and drive through for 10 to 15 extra minutes to get some chicken and come in my house and eat. And you late, and I told you I had to be to work. I don't care what the style is. I'm not doing your hair. So now I came at the gate, and she trying to call the gate code. I'm not answering, of course, because I'm not doing your hair. I told you 20 minutes ago when you decided to stop through drive-through. If you got the chicken, I wasn't waiting the extra 20 minutes for you. I've been waiting all day. And you still proceeded to get the chicken. So now, instead of her calling the gate code, since I'm ignoring my phone through the gate code coming through, she's calling my phone directly. "Britt, I'm at the gate. Let me in, girl. I'm here. I'm here." And I'm just like, "Girl, I'm not doing your hair. I told you 20 minutes ago your appointment was canceled. You can take your chicken back to your side of town because I'm not doing your hair." I don't mean to laugh, but she had me messed up. Like, how you feel like you gonna come you gonna come super late and get food. I get you have to eat, but you should have thought about that long before when you were doing all of the ripping and running. And I just feel like she was playing. At this point, she had been late so many times. It had been something with her so many times that everything she was telling me throughout the day was going in one ear and out the other. I honestly was not trying to hear about no car trouble, because it's always something. You always late. And today I'm just putting my foot down. I'm not gonna keep tolerating this BS with you. You're playing with my time. Go back home. So it turned into a big issue, y'all. She proceeded to follow a car through the gate since I wouldn't let her through the gate. She trailed the gate through the gate, showed up to my door, was with all the rah-rah stuff. Me and her was going back and forth. We didn't end up fighting, but we was going back and forth at my doorstep. She's saying all of these different threats about how she gonna tell each and every person that she know that come to me, or that she was gonna send to me, not to come to me no more. I'm unprofessional. Her car was having trouble. She put a struggling car on the road to come all this way to come see me, and I wasn't gonna do her hair. And I'm just like, yeah, you played with my time. I'm standing by what I said. So either you gonna do something about it, or you gonna leave. Because at this point now you got me pissed off. You at my door doing way too much. So either you're gonna do something about it, or pull off and leave like I said. So it turned into this whole thing. And now because of that, I can go on and on about that story. I'm getting mad all over again just talking about it. But because of her, the first time you're 30 minutes late, you have to pay me. And the first time you're 31 minutes late, you're canceled. I don't play those games anymore, because I feel like for so long I was so nice, to the point where she just took it to the extreme. Every time she tried something new, to where that last time she really cut up and it almost got physical. So now, to protect my peace, and so that I don't have issues like that in the future, I let people know up front. I don't care how harsh it comes off. If you 30 minutes late, honey, you got to pay me for my time. And so I feel like a lot of stylists put those policies in order to avoid these types of things, or because they've experienced similar situations. And like I said, I know where I was at fault in the situation. I could have told the girl an hour before she came not to even worry about it. But I don't know. I just felt like she would be there at 4. Like, I thought with everything going on that she really was serious about getting her hair done. But I'm not going to wait till 5, 6, 7 in the afternoon to play with you when I got to leave for work at 10. Like, you got me messed up. So that's what that was. And moving forward, my policies are what they are. And I'm strict about it. I stand by them. So y'all let me know down in the comments how y'all feel about that situation, how y'all feel about late fees. There have been situations, I'm going to repeat, I think I talked about it, where y'all say y'all have shown up to salons and had to sit. Before learning how to braid, I've been to African salons where I've gotten there. In African salons, they do walk-ins where you don't set appointments, you just walk in. If they have somebody in the chair, they'll let you know how long it'll be. Or they'll have somebody start your head, and then within 30 minutes you might have a different person on your head. The African shops just move a little bit different, but it's expected for you to sit there a little minute. How do you feel when you have an appointment set, about waiting, about late fees? And I don't know, do you feel like late fees should be a thing? Well, I know it should be a thing. I'm not going to ask y'all that. But what do y'all feel like the grace period for a late fee should be? And how long are y'all willing to wait on y'all stylists? Let's talk about that. When it comes to ghosting, that's absolutely wrong. When it comes to canceling at the last minute, that's absolutely wrong. But I will say this, as far as stylists are concerned with having to cancel, we are human. A lot of us have families or children or health conditions or whatever the case may be, where things come up and we have to cancel. The same way y'all will go to work and decide, or y'all have these jobs and y'all decide the morning of or the day before, y'all not feeling good, I'm just not feeling it, I don't want to do my work shift today. Or the same way y'all have different life events that may be thrown at you last minute, where you have to call your supervisor and say, I can't make it in, or I'm gonna be an hour late. That's the same thing that happens with us. At the end of the day, yes, we are providing a business that we run, and we don't have to answer to anybody. So the time that we set is normally our choice, and it is inconvenient to set a time with y'all that we chose and then renege. But we are human people and things happen. So I feel like it is wrong to cancel on somebody, but if you're communicating and you're letting your person know, me, the moment I know I'm not feeling well, whether it's the day before or 2 days before, I can kind of gauge when my cycle is about to come on or when I'm about to start feeling froggy. I normally try to let my clients know way in advance. And a lot of times if I do have to cancel last minute, meaning same day, I'll give them an incentive. Girl, I'm not feeling well. There's no way I'm going to be able to do your hair today. It's $20 off. I'll do your hair for $20 cheaper when I am feeling better and we can reschedule. Or you show up today and I can still do your hair, but it may not be, let's do something more simple. I don't know, like for every time that I've had to cancel due to health or due to personal reasons, I offer some type of incentive. There's some stylists that'll just cancel on you or ghost you for no reason. That's completely wrong. That is something that y'all really need to try to avoid, because y'all will run people off, really hard working, good paying clients. And y'all can be the most amazing stylists, do some of the best work, but because of your lack of communication or your willingness to let people know, or feeling like you don't have to explain yourself, you're ruining business for yourself. So I would just say, the moment you know something comes up, again, it's okay for things to come up, but let your clients know, or don't offer services or promise a service that you know you can't keep. If you know it's a busy weekend for you, you want to be out on the weekends, don't book an appointment so late where it's tempting for you to want to have to cancel or ghost somebody. I know there's a lot of college students that do hair, so I'm speaking to y'all when it comes to parties. Don't do hair on Friday nights if you know you may want to attend a party. Don't offer a booking link for Saturday appointments if you know you want to be in the streets on Saturdays. Like, that's how you avoid all of that. I can go on and on and on again, but it's completely ridiculous, some of the stuff that I've witnessed when it comes to nail techs and makeup artists canceling. We got stuff we got to do, trips we have to take, events we have to be to, and we expect y'all to honor these appointments, and the communication just isn't there. Let me know the day before, 2 days before. If my appointment is at 3 p.m., let me know at 9 a.m. that you can't do it, so that I can try to find a backup plan, or something else. Don't wait until 3 p.m. or when I'm showing up at your house to tell me you can't do my hair or do my nails. That's completely ridiculous. I can feel y'all on that. And that is something we need to work on. In general, in closing, we just have to do better. I feel like I've been talking for an hour, so I'm going to cut the video off here. Maybe we can have this discussion in the comments, and I can come back and respond to y'all in another video, maybe do a part 2 to this. But for right now, I just want to say, as a Black-owned business community as a whole, we need to learn to appreciate our supporters and our customers and clients more. We've been having like a reign of glory with so many people supporting us lately. It's all over everywhere. Support Black business, support Black-owned businesses, where like we're on the up and up. But we need to dead all of these stereotypes and really learn to appreciate and honor our clients and really treat them with the respect that they deserve. This is not just a hustle. This is not just a hobby. Yeah, of course we want to enjoy what we're doing. We want to make it fun. We want to be able to be ourselves, but at the same time realize that these people that come to us expect us to provide them a service. So we just got to do better, y'all. I want to talk about it more so than just rant, ramble, and give advice on it. So y'all give me y'all feedback, anything that I addressed that you want more information on, you want my opinion on, maybe I skipped over or I missed, let me know down below. But definitely give me the feedback on the things that I did bring up. Until next time, y'all, I love y'all. I will see y'all in the next Girl Talk. If y'all enjoy videos like this more so than the advice videos, let me know and we'll do more discussion videos. But yeah, that's it for today's video. See y'all in the next one.